trust the line this time?
I don't know.
You know what, Stanley? I
Guess
say
not.
forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
He's being a lot more civil to you than he was in my playthrough. My playthrough is being
Now,
a great
yes,
dickhole.
this is exciting. Just me and
Ooh.
Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
Pirates.
Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever
Ninja
it might be,
pirates.
Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Space Ninja Pirates.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Except don't acknowledge it. You're following it.
I can't help it.
Then I acknowledge it.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From
Yeah.
here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
Left is always
Since
right.
the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our
Logic.
destiny awaits.
What's this thing? Confusion.
Oh, hold up, what's this?
Oh, these are all the endings you can get.
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to
You
forget?
die?
My mind goes blank
Oh.
simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who
How many
consulted
restarts
me?
did you do?
I don't
Why don't
remember.
I get to decide? Why don't I get
This
a
is
say
where
in
we
all
are
of
now.
this?
The
Is
confusion
it really?
ending schedule. Narrator restarts, so
it
this is the
can't be.
fifth
I
restart.
don't want it to be.
And then he
I don't
forgets
want the
about
game to
previous
keep
restarts.
restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay.
Both doors led here.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that
Find
this
a
is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now.
At first, I
We'll
thought
find
those
out,
were
won't we?
lists of different
Eventually.
endings, but I didn't notice those,
Well,
like,
in the
lists.
meantime,
Time. Oh shit.
Oh, restarts anyway.
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We're back at the beginning now. I don't know, like, what effect that has on it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ah.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Nice.
Yeah, read these slides. They're actually pretty funny.
The
Look at
slides?
the slides, yeah.
Oh, it's
Use slide to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure the slide has a sleek blue graphic in the header and throw some text. Everyone is unique. You most of all. I read these in one of the endings that I got last time.
Huh.
Number of slides on this slide. Slides, charts, charts, and slides. This is basically how I make PowerPoints for work as well, because I'm really bad at it. Rate it which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Rate of increasing graphs per slide.
Stanley just stood there doing nothing at all. He seems to think I have
Stop,
nothing
stop,
better to do with
The
my
boss
time than to
appreciation
sit
rate. On your
around
boss
and
appreciation
describe
rate,
every fascinating
circle
little
the top
detail
20
of his
things you love
inability
most
to
about your
do
boss. Fill out
anything.
and triplicate
This is
each
why
of your
Stanley
bosses.
and I are on such good terms.
Solving interpersonal conflict. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee like yourself, and more inclined towards conflict, unless you're the kind of person who initiates conflict, why did we hire you? Remember?
It takes two people to
Plant life.
Clear
Charts.
skin.
A boat.
Pollution.
Comatose. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day, with no expectation of promotion or recognition.
Don't
get fired.
Alright.
Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passively aggressive and coworkers and coworkers for not supporting you more. Okay, now we can.
Alright. Okay. Forget.
The last time I went through and read everything on all of these boards and stuff, I'm so mad that that video didn't work out because there were so many good things that I saw in there that I'll never be able to reproduce.
Never. Oh, another branch.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I think part of the reason he was super passive aggressive with me is because I always did the opposite of what he told me to do.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't
Oh, there.
possibly have known this.
Was it 2845?
Yeah.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Can't see.
So dark.
Oh. Another button!
This elevator didn't take down. I keep forgetting to turn it off, so and now everyone knows Brooklyn's playing Rocket League.
Not again.
I did go this way, but eventually, like I said, the first few times I went through, anything he told me to do, I was like, "You don't own me." He did the opposite. He got pretty pissed.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I don't remember if there's another button or.
Or if
Oh, there
I
it is.
jump. Hey, button.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Familiar.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and
Reminds me
Stanley,
of The
one of
Matrix.
them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant
The
nothing.
architect, and he's like, ergo vis-a-vis concordantly.
Mhm.
Yeah, so this is the room. Like, if you look up, you'll see
Where I was
where
before?
we were before.
Yeah, I saw that. Woo!
Not this way, right?
I don't think I can this way. Excuse me. More buttons.
Elevator.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
This is actually like
Here
the
was the
last.
proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
But how?
That sounds like the one from Half-Life. When you push buttons in Half-Life. This is actually leading to the last ending that I got before I like signed off last time. Again, still pissed that I lost that. It was like 2.5 hours of recording wasted because I couldn't get the sound. I tried other programs, tried to boost the sound. It didn't work. I was so pissed off about it. I thought about like just writing subtitles, but like the program that I use, it would be extremely hard to do that. It would have taken way more work and like a ridiculous amount of time
And you're too
effort
lazy
to
for
light it
that.
up.
Oh, can I not get up there? Number 4 is there. Right?
Don't know.
Yeah. Sucking.
I don't know why it's so dark. I don't know if we changed it in the settings or.
Did it come back out?
They all did that.
Oh, okay. Am I achieving anything?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I honestly don't.
Alright, where was number 5? No. I don't remember. I saw it. There. So I didn't do anything.
Is there a number 6 anywhere?
Not that I saw.
I don't know.
5 is such a nice number. What do I do? Teacher, what do?
There's another door. Check that.
Where?
Up by where the 5 was.
You mean
That's
the
four.
4? Or the 5?
5.
Don't remember. Here?
Yeah.
Ah.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty.
On.
Oh, Stanley. You didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley,
monstrous.
I applaud your
I just
effort.
wanna
I
be
really
happy
do.
again.
But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm
Aw.
afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. And that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
I'm pretty
How
sure I
long
did
until
this.
detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that?
Dick.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood.
Oh, wait.
You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it
Where
go.
the cables lead.
But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next
Where those
go-around
cables lead.
will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so
Well,
much.
we're boned.
You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley.
Is there a pattern
Time
of these
doesn't
somewhere
grow on
else?
I
trees.
have no idea.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
There's gotta be
Yes.
something.
Or did you just
here, right?
assume when you
Right?
saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored
No.
ones. Or maybe
What?
this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will
Maybe
save
push
me.
the three button?
Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be
Like
beaten?
the three?
One
What's the-
solved?
Oh, like on the
Do you
keyboard?
have any
Oh, the white
idea
button.
what your
That says
purpose in
three
this
on the
place
wall.
Oh.
7, 6.
Stanley,
Yellow.
you're in for quite a
Okay,
disappointment.
well, that's
But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see
You
you
suck,
really
man.
humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's
No.
30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown
Got
to
any other
pieces.
channels? that
Will
we
you
can
cling
get?
desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
That's the end of my story. He was so pleased with you until you blew everything up.
Until that.